Hello and a warm welcome along to today's United Kingdom talk. And I have been to the cinema, boys and girls. Have you noticed, regular listeners to the show will notice I seem to be going to the cinema quite a lot now. It's like I've kind of discovered it all over again. It's just wonderful to be able to sit there in comfort, in the premier seats, incidentally. Okay? The premier seats. To be honest, if I was going on my own, I probably wouldn't bother. But it's my mate, Ron, who's so stuck up. He won't do anything economy. He really won't. And he's got this special card, anyway, which gets you 2 for the price of 1 anyway. So we both sat in the premier seats at the Greenwich cinema. 20 quid for 2 people. That's not bad, is it? I don't know. £10 for a night's entertainment? Of course, in the premier seats, as I've mentioned before, you get free... what are they? They're not crisps. They're like corn... You know, like those Dorito things? They're like those. You get a free bag of Dorito things and, the most delicious cheese sauce. God knows how much fat there is in that, dear. And you dip it in the cheese sauce and you munch away while you're waiting in the reception area for the premier seat. Oh yes, they have their own reception area, dear. You sit there and wait to be taken into your seats. Oh, it's wonderful, it really is. And you get free sweets, free quality street. You get a free Coke and free tea. Premier seats, yes. Anyway, we have been to see Alice in Wonderland in 3D. Yes, check out the glasses, babies. Oh, yeah, check it. Actually, I haven't got them. I've left me... Oh, just a minute. I think they're downstairs. I'll tell you what, hold on a second, and I'll go downstairs. I want you to see the 3D glasses, which unfortunately stayed in my pocket for some reason. 1 minute. Dear. I am feeling quite guilty about that. See, the last time we went to see a 3D film, now what was that one? Oh, that was A Christmas Carol. That was the Scrooge thing, wasn't it? Now, are they down here? Oh, here they are. I've got them. My 3D glasses. Now, last time we were there to see A Christmas Carol, there was a bloke waiting outside the door who collected the glasses off you. But this time, strangely enough, there was no one there. I don't know why. Maybe they've given up collecting the glasses off people, possibly. I don't know. Oh, is that film running behind us there? Just a minute. Sorry. I know, you've now got a picture of my bum in front of you, haven't you? Just a minute. Oh, it's all going terribly wrong now. Just a second. Oh, what's happening? Oh. Is it going to crash? Oh, something's gone wrong. Just a minute. Oh, you're not bothered about that anyway, are you? I'm sure you're not worried about it. 1 minute. Sorry, those of you that watch the show will always... Oh, there we go. We're on and full screen. That's it. Oh, no. Oh, dear. I think... Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. Those of you that watch the show will know there's always a little film playing behind me. Oh, what's the one behind me today? Oh, it's the sea. That's the sea at Manly, which is quite near Sydney in Australia, okay? Right, I've got my 3D glasses. And, of course, now, 3D glasses, you don't get the red lens and the blue lens. It's just like a pair of regular glasses. And I think these glasses actually do quite suit me, don't you? Eh? I've actually put them on my head. They're like a pair of NHS specs. If you're in the UK, NHS is the people that run the health service here. And they do glasses, cheap glasses. They're like a pair of NHS specs that you would have worn when you was in school. You know, thick black rims and wide lenses on the front. I quite like these 3D glasses. I might just get a pair of glasses like this to wear in the street. What do you reckon? Would people look at me and say, "Oh, mummy, look at that strange man over there"? Well, they already do, to be honest. They already do that. I have fingers pointing at me all the time, boys and girls. Pointing. Anyway, so I went to see this film in 3D. Oh, I've still got the glasses on. 3D, the Alice in Wonderland. Highly recommend it, okay? Loved it. The effects are great. The one thing I don't like about 3D is when they do things in it just to make you jump. That to me is not fun at all. Okay, don't really see the point of that. But there's none of that in this. It's just a good film, good effects and all that. Yeah, the 3D does work. I don't know about you though, but sometimes, is it me or does sometimes the picture go a little bit blurry when they're doing movement? I'm not quite sure about that. The effects work very well. It's a great film, great storyline. I don't actually remember the whole story of Alice in Wonderland, but my friend Ron told me the film had bits missing out of it. For example, when Alice was down at the beach. Now, I actually don't remember Alice going down to the beach in the story at all, but he does, and he said that part of it was missing. So, I don't know. Have you seen Alice in Wonderland, and did you enjoy it? If so, let me know. My email address for the show, as always, is chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. There is also a postal address for the show, which I'll be giving you a little bit later on, all right, if you want to grab a pen or something like that. So, great film. Go and see Alice in Wonderland in 3D. Have you been to see any other films lately? And this whole 3D thing seems to be taking off very, very quickly, don't you think? You know, a few months back, there were no 3D films at all. And then suddenly, we've got one after the other coming along now, and it's like everyone suddenly jumped on the boat. Now, for me, 3D films do indeed work in the cinema. I quite like it. You've got to go to somewhere with a big screen to get the full effect, possibly one of those 3D IMAX cinemas, somewhere like that. We've got those all over the world. But the other thing they're pushing now, or they're about to start pushing, is 3D television. And I honestly don't see this one taking off. A little bit like DAB radio here in the UK. That hasn't really taken off. They keep telling us it is taking off, but it's not. I'll tell you why it's not. Because the figures are that there are now about, I think the correct figures, the last time I heard, was there were 11 million DAB sets in the UK. That's radios, okay? Yep. That may sound a lot to you until I tell you there are 95 million FM sets. They're still pushing this DAB technology, a technology I think that a lot of people didn't want, really. There's nothing wrong with the FM. There was nothing ever wrong with it. It's just a way to make more money out of us. I'm sure it is. However, one thing, hang on a minute, how did I get onto that? I was going to say something about films. Oh yeah, 3D tellies. 3D tellies. I want to go on to 3D tellies. I honestly still don't see this taking off at all. Now, one of the channels here in the UK, Channel 4, last year, were actually showing some films in 3D, right? And what they did was they put the glasses, and these were the, I think these were the old type glasses, one red and one blue lens on them. The glasses were placed in one of the TV listings magazines, right? And for an evening or an afternoon or perhaps a day, I can't remember what it was now, Channel 4 showed films in 3D, okay, on your regular TV set. So I'm asking the question here, and maybe it's something technical that I don't know really what I'm talking about here, okay? But if Channel 4 were showing films in 3D on normal tellies about a year ago, why do we need a new television to show 3D films? Am I missing something here? Don't know. Because I can't see people buying televisions just for the 3D thing. Sky Television, they're all pushing this 3D thing now. And I honestly don't see families sitting around televisions with glasses on. It's all right for a couple of hours in the cinema, right? But I cannot see families sitting around television sets night after night with 3D glasses on. So my question to you is, will you buy a 3D television set? And different ways to look at this. Are you someone who likes technology? Right? So do you tend to upgrade your stuff every time something new comes along? Perhaps you were one of the first people with high definition television, were you? And if so, will you now get 3D television as soon as it comes out? Or if your television is a bit broken and a bit worn out maybe, and you are thinking about getting another telly, will you specifically go and buy one that is 3D? I'd like to know the answer to that, please. I'm just trying to get a rough idea of numbers, how many people are likely to do this. I really don't see this one taking off. I think they're going to be disappointed, the TV companies. Let us know on the email, okay? Chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Do you think 3D television is going to take off? I think, you know, I've recently updated my telly. I've got a big plasma thing in the living room now, which is very nice to watch. It's a high definition one. It's all right, you know. I upgraded, really, just for the bigger size screen. You can't buy a 50-inch cathode ray tube or CRT telly. And it is very nice telly. But I don't think the whole 3D thing, I would never have bothered. If I'd waited a bit longer, I could have. I know what you're saying. If I waited a bit longer, I could have had a 3D one. But it doesn't really interest me. As I say, great to go at the cinema, but to sit in front of your telly night after night with those glasses on, I cannot see that happening. I tell you what I am look forward to, and I hope this will, I'm sure it will appear in my lifetime, is like a holographic television. Now, can you imagine that? Where images of people and places are projected into different parts of your living room. So it would be just like being there. That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Eh? Can you imagine sitting in your living room in your armchair and having the cast of Star Trek walking past you? Or next, or sitting down next. Oh, that would just be fantastic. Holographic television, that'll come along at some point. I'd be interested in that. 3D telly, I just cannot see it happening. Anyway, let us know on the email, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. So do go and see that film if you haven't already. Great for the children, okay? Any little ones with you? They won't be. There's no real, I don't think there's any scary bits in there at all. I love the character of the Queen of Hearts. She's like, off with their heads! Off with their heads! She keeps saying. And there is, if you have got little ones, there is a bit in the film where someone is about to have their head chopped off, okay, which might frighten your little ones a bit, but between you and me, and don't tell the little ones because this will spoil the surprise, they don't actually have their head cut off, okay? I just want to tell you that. And there's the most fantastic cat in it as well. Oh, and it's the wonderful, I don't know what its name is, a wonderful cat in the film. Go and see it, Alice in Wonderland. Okie doke. Does anyone still use MySpace? Is everyone now on Facebook and Twitter? I'll tell you why. Because when I do these shows, as most of you know, I do then advertise them on all these social networking sites, namely Facebook, Twitter and MySpace. But I never ever get any reaction anymore, and I haven't done so for months, from MySpace. So is anyone still using MySpace, or doesn't anyone bother anymore? Does anyone actually look at the bulletins? Because I have a feeling they don't. And I'm always looking at ways of trying to cut back time a bit, because as you know, I lead a very, very busy life. So do let us know on that one as well. All right, anyone who uses MySpace or not, do you still use that? Let us know, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. I'm very pleased to say that the weather outside is at last warming up a bit. Last week we had 8, 9, 10 degrees during the day, which may not sound a lot, but it's better than the sub-zero temperatures that seem, I don't know, they just seem to have gone on for months. But have they? Probably not, actually. I mean, seemed fairly warm, September, October, November, maybe December it got a bit chillier. January and February this year were just vile. They were so cold. And indeed the beginning of March. But here we are now nearly halfway through March, and it has warmed up at last. So let's hope that we've seen the back of this vile cold weather that I hate so very much, dear. I really do. And when you think about it, I know I say it feels like the winter has gone on and on forever. Actually, 2 or 3 months out of 12 isn't much at all, is it? Why is it that if we don't like a particular type of weather, it just seems to go on forever? Isn't that strange? Have you noticed that? Similarly, my friend who lives in Brisbane, in Sydney, is fed up with the hot weather. And when I say hot, you see, the trouble is with Brisbane, certainly in the city centre, it's concrete buildings everywhere. And it's so hot walking through that place. It really is. It's almost like all this concrete is just reflecting the heat back in it. It is so very hot in Brisbane. And I suppose if you're in a hot country, then you'll be feeling it as well, won't you? So glad to see the back of the cold. I'm hoping that that's it now as we come towards Easter. Talking of hot weather, another place that's always hot, June, July, August, is Florida. And my friend Ron has shown an interest in coming to Florida or going to Florida. So we might do that this year. I don't know. Because he's never done the Disney Florida and Great Universal Florida and all that business. So hopefully we'll be going to Florida. And maybe we could meet up with some of the people that do listen to the show or indeed watch the show in Florida. That would be quite nice, wouldn't it? I'll let you know. I'll let you know more as that goes on. The music and chat show, that's going very well. And I've been extended. I'm now doing Monday to Friday. Okay, if you want to listen to the music and chat show. Now, the music is very light-hearted. Okay, stuff like ABBA, NSYNC, you know, sort of middle, nothing too heavy. And there's a little bit of banter as well. Similar chatter to what I'm doing now, we do a mirror ball moment. That's where you and I have a little bit of a dance around the studio. And we also, every day, Chris Reardon sings for the world, and I sing a song every morning on the show. I'm having to learn songs very quickly because my repertoire wasn't that good. So that's happening as well. Now, to find that, that's at 10 o'clock in the morning. It's only on for an hour, between 10 and 11 a.m, Monday to Friday. And you can find that at www.heartheswish, HEARSWISH, okay? www.heartheswish.co.uk. Then click on Swish Radio and listen live, all right? Once again, heartheswish.co.uk. And you can find that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday between 10 and 11 o'clock UK time. Okie doke. If you're wondering what that noise is, that's someone about to leave a message on the answer phone. Why do they ring at this time whenever I'm talking to you? It's rude, isn't it, really? It is rude. That's what it is, dear. Alrighty. Let's do some emails. First of all, we want to say hello to Ian and Sylvia. Hello, you two. We should today clear the backlog of emails. I think that's going to happen on the show today. I'm sure it is. Hello to Ian and Sylvia, who says, on your podcasts, because I was asking who watches and who listens, and Ian and Sylvia, on your podcast, I go back and forth between listening to them on audio only and watching the video. The shows you did on Norfolk Island had to be watched on video. Oh, they did. Absolutely, they did. I mean, it's just so beautiful, that place. When you are sitting in your studio, of course, it's not as important to actually see you, because you don't really do a whole lot. Well, what do you want me to do, dear? Start kicking my legs in the air and dancing around? I hope you saw the show last week where I did the demonstration of the towel. I thought that was a wonderful masterpiece of mine, that one. Eh? Towel on the head and all that while I was at the hairdresser's. Ian says, hearing you talking about your dentist for 10 minutes works just as well with audio as it does with video. Do you think so? Well, maybe the dentist would allow me to take my video camera recording equipment into the dentist and he could actually film, we could actually record me being worked upon in that dentist chair. Of course, you'd get all the sound effects as well. You know, like when he's got a tool, some sort of tool in your mouth. And they do make me laugh, these dentists. They try and have a conversation with you while they're working on you, don't they? So how are you, Mr. Reardon? Oh, right, okay. And they seem to understand what you're saying. Have you noticed that? How do they do that? Well, Mr. Reardon, looks like you need another filling there. Do you want us to do that today? It'll cost you £55. Okay, then we'll do that today. How do they know what you're saying? It's like another language. It's a bit like baby language, isn't it? Who's got a baby? Have you got a baby? Are you about to have one? I've got two friends on the Isle of Wight, Kat and David, who are having a baby. Yes. Come April, there'll be another Kat or David coming out of that place. I don't want to be too graphical. Oh, no, the thought of it, no. No, don't think of these things, Chris. It's horrible, dear. What an awful way to enter the world, isn't it? When you think about it. Birth. Isn't that a dreadful way to enter the world? I'm sure I didn't come out like that. I came out through a glass door somewhere. I just walked into the world through a glass door. I'm sure I did. Yes. So I don't know. Maybe I should ask should I ask the dentist, do you mind filming me in pain today? Hey? Okie doke. Emails. Hello to Jennifer. Hello, Jennifer. Jennifer in Hollywood, Florida here. By the way, is Hollywood in Florida? Is that near Orlando? Because I don't know. Can you let me know, please, Jennifer? Is Hollywood near Orlando? Hollywood in Florida. Hello, Chris. Jennifer in Hollywood, Florida here. How are you and all of your listeners? We're all very well, thank you very much. Hope you're well. I've been catching up on some of your podcasts while you've been away on holiday. If your vacation, I love that word, vacation. If your vacation is called holiday, what do you call holidays such as Christmas, New Year's or Easter? Well, they are holidays as well. They are bank holidays, okay? We call New Year's Day or Easter Monday, that would be a bank holiday. Or it is a holiday time. So I could go, for example, on holiday to... See, in the English language, some words mean two things. So, for example, this year, I might have a second holiday to Florida, okay? Or, at Christmas, we have a holiday in the UK. Do you get it? We have a spring bank holiday. That is a day off, which is a Monday in spring. And all these holidays are about to come round again, aren't they? Oh, I love it. I love spring and summer. I love it. Jennifer says, I have 2 more jobs that I do aside my full-time job at Kiba and Kellogg's. I work for this old man named Bear. Or is he hairy and big? I don't like hairy and big. Not my cup of tea at all. I'm sorry, no. You know the sort of man I like. Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm still waiting for him to appear at my front door. Perhaps he'll arrive packaged at some point. Jennifer says, actually, that's his last name. But I don't really like calling him Clarence. Oh, no, that's awful, Clarence, isn't it? He must change his name by D-Pole, I'm sorry. You can't be having a name like Clarence. He says, she says, it's too formal. He was once a senator in Illinois back in, oh, I don't know, 1948? Oh, blimey, he's ancient, isn't he? He's even older than us, Jennifer. I have one of his campaign pin buttons. Bear has 150 beef cows. What, is he a farmer? Limousine breed as well as a few Brahmas. Oh, I don't know anything about cow, different types of cow, dear. I know cats. Well, you got a tabby cat, you got a ginger cat, you got a black cat, you got long-haired cats, you got short-haired cats. I know cats. I don't know cows. The only cow I know really is my sister. Oh, she's a right cow sometimes, dear. Jennifer says they are mostly his pets, but they need to eat, and so he's up. And he's so up in age, it's difficult for him to do much with his shot-out knees. Oh, has he got bad knees? Oh. Here's what I do. Don't laugh. I won't tell you if I laugh. Okay, if you laugh. Okay, I won't laugh. Jennifer, I promise not to laugh. May I read on? Thank you, Jennifer. Okay. You're going to laugh. Promise me you won't. Okay. All right, I won't laugh, Jennifer. Don't go on, dear. On and on and on. Oh, you're like some of my friends' moaning wives. You really are. What is it with you women, eh, that makes you go on and on like that all the time? My friend Ron's like that. Once he gets going, he's just like, oh, Christ, he goes on and on. Okay, I'm not going to laugh. Okay, and she says, I feed them. What, you feed the cows? Well, I'm not. Well, why would I laugh at that, darling? We all like to look after little unhelpless animals, don't we? Eh? That's good. He gets all the old bread returned from the supermarkets at a bread factory, and I open every bag. Okay, you can laugh. No, not laughing. Wouldn't laugh, Jennifer. 4 to 6 days a week. I literally open thousands of bags of bread, bags of donuts, honey buns, cupcakes and muffins. It's not very glamorous, but it pays. Talk about no excuse for being clean. This can be, and usually is, a very, very messy job. Forget it if it rains. Wet bread is so disgusting. Oh, yeah, tell me about that. Funny enough, you know, I put some bread outside for the birds the other day, and it's still there. How strange. Where are the birds? Maybe they haven't arrived yet from warmer climates. I've been working for him for about 2 years now. I was doing this at a friend's abandoned, broke-down home which had a shed underneath his house. There was no ventilation, had plenty of rats, we don't like rats, raccoons and iguanas. I like iguanas. I love those little lizards, don't you? What's the little ones that stick on the ceiling? Oh, I can't remember. Little lizards, geckos, I like those. I'd like a few of those in the house. I like them. It was scary sometimes not knowing what I would find when I opened the door. There's nothing like having big, ugly, green and orange, scaly, spiny, 4-foot iguana standing on top of the pile of bread you have to open. Oh, well, they don't hurt, do they? Not to mention a pile of piri leaves, because I just scared the poo out of him. Oh, poor little iguanas. About a year later, the house was torn down and was relocated to a cattle trailer on the property. He used to use it to move cattle and didn't bother to clean it out. Yes, it was literally. That was a whole new level of disgustingness I've ever had to experience. He's got cows on the property and they all huddle around the trailer and truck in which I open the bread. I'll try and send you a picture. Yeah, please send a picture after with this email. I didn't get a picture yet, so please send it. After I've opened all the bags of bread into garbage pails, we load them into the back of a truck and dump them in the fields where he has the cows. That part of the job is actually fun. I just love those cows. Well, I mean, I didn't know cows ate such things. I thought cows ate grass. That has really surprised me, that. The cows eating bread and what have you. There's a little bit more to this email, which I'll have to finish up on the next show. That's gone really quick today, that half hour. Is it half hour? We've done half hour already. Blimey, that's gone quick. Thanks very much for joining me, boys and girls. Don't forget my email, and I'll give you the postal address on the next show. Chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Thanks for watching and listening. See you on the next show. Bye-bye now.